Speaking on mics.
Yo, that's...
You know, like...
Are you okay? Are you okay? That wasn't...
Speaking on mic is crazy.
Like... was unnecessary. It was.
For a living. That's how you make your money. I'm just kidding.
You alright?
That's the homie, dog.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you.
Pretty smart.
All right.
Thank you so much, Dominic. Wait a minute.
Hey, Nino, man. Is we live? Yeah, I always do that before I record.
Okay.
She know that, too. I'm disappointed in you.
You want lust, not love.
Y'all look so cute back there. Put the camera back on y'all. Yeah, they need to see y'all back there.
I don't know about you, you can tell me, but I don't have a time limit on when I fall in love with somebody. It's a feeling. It's not mental, it's a feeling. It's the way somebody makes you feel that can't eat, can't sleep, you care about their well-being. Everything is about a feeling. Mental, like your mentality and your mental is completely different about an energy you get with somebody.
Yeah, because you can know something is true, but then when you fucking with somebody, all the facts you know go out the window. Your rationality, everything is out the window.
Because you be head over heels in love.
Exactly. You look crazy right now.
Sexual.
Hey, Nigel. Did too hard, bruh.
Shout out Nigel, shout out everybody here, shout out Unspoken. We in the A.
So, the topic today is you want lust, not love. What are the emotional and psychological differences between lust and love?
You can go first with that one.
I think emotionally it might feel the same.
Okay.
Emotionally. Because it kind of stimulates the same responses. And yeah, emotionally I think lust and love is, do it feel the
I'm about to say, I
same?
disagree. I feel
Damn,
like,
hold
I feel
on,
like
bro.
lust is just freaky deaky, let's go right now. Love is very, emotional, passionate, maybe even a little bit more romantic. But yeah, lust is just, I wouldn't say lust has a lot of emotions attached to it. For me, at least, and probably for these niggas too. Like, it's just you want what you want, and it's there, and you see your face, you ready.
I think lust is more selfish. Love is something that's inclusive of others, And it don't even have to be sexual. I know that's the first thing that people come to their mind is, that, but it's just the lust of things, the lust of experiences, just the lust of just vanity that's really just self-fulfilling. And it could be physical, or it could be, something material. So I think that's really what it is to me, it's just something that's really about yourself.
I feel like psychologically, lust is like, it's a rush, right? I feel like it's quicker.
Okay.
It's, sometimes it feels stronger in the beginning because it's like, it comes on so fast, it's like a whoosh.
Okay.
But then I feel like with love, it's like, it's long lasting. So it's kind of like, you don't really realize how strong it is until you go through turmoil.
Okay.
I feel like with lust, you go through turmoil, but you out of there. Like, it's like, okay, that's over. Like, ew, he gave me the ick. But but with love, it's like, a nigga can do something, you'd be like, okay, in spite of that, I still fuck with you. So then you don't realize how strong it is until something that you usually don't like or that you don't fuck with, or you would be like, you would run away from, then be like, I ain't ready to go yet. I feel like that's when you know it's love.
I think that's more of a guy thing though. Like, how we approach a woman.
I'm glad you talked about that.
It's a difference. I mean,
I feel like for a guy, not to interrupt, is always kind of like lust, because y'all go off of looks. Like,
That's the lust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More so than a woman.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we might think y'all cute, but it's like, okay, what he coming with?
Yeah.
I mean, at least in my mindset, like, cause I don't care if you ugly, short, tall, bald, fat, small, whatever.
Yeah.
But what we talking about?
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. Like, you look for what he talking about. For women, I mean, for guys, we're looking for, attractiveness. But it's like, what are you looking to get out of it at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to like how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna necessarily say like where I'll meet you at, cause that can persuade me to come at you a certain way. Not necessarily saying it's disrespectful, but like I think it's a difference between like I meet you in the grocery store or I meet you at the club. Like,
why?
That's two different scenarios.
If you're in the club, I don't understand. I don't get that. Why is the grocery store gonna make me feel like I'm more wholesome than the club?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all though. But I'm just talking about the guy approach.
Okay.
Like the grocery store is focused. Like you know what I'm saying. Versus the club, it's a lot more that has to happen in order for you know what I'm saying. Okay. So it's like it's just a different. I'm talking from a guy standpoint.
You hit the nail on the head. It's about, I think lust, it comes from a more selfish standpoint, and love is definitely selfless. When it's true love and unconditional love, it's all about being selfless and putting others before you. When you're thinking about lust, it's solely off of what you want as an individual.
Absolutely.
That was good.
Oh, thank you.
That was so good.
I feel like lust is very physical.
Yes.
It's all about how somebody makes you physically feel, like the endorphins that they give you when you're physically feeling some way.
Yes.
And I think love is more about that emotional connection that you have. Like, oh, I'm tapped in with you emotionally. Like, I care about your well-being. I care about your day. I care about
every day.
Every day.
Even on a bad day.
Like, even on a bad day, I'm consistently waking up, texting you, doing all the things. Lust is, okay, I just want you. I want to have sex with you.
And
I want to and that's it. And I'm infatuation.
Yes.
So I feel like I don't know, because infatuation could be love too, because I want to be infatuated with who I'm with. I want to be in your fucking skin, living underneath, your ball sack. So I don't know.
Yeah, right up under them.
Hanging it while the rain coming down. It's a shelter.
Do you need anything?
Yeah, because I'm here. Me and all the 7 dwarfs. Me, Snow White, sleep. In that motherfucker.
No, but for real.
I think a lot of guys lust, and I think as they get older, they start to gradually go for love, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But it takes time though.
That does.
Yeah.
So like when y'all 70?
Nah, hell no. I think like 25. I think honestly though, I think it's like you start to date with a conscience after like 25.
No.
I think more.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Let's try 50.
You think
Yo.
50?
I think I might think they kind of similar because I love hard. So like for
you
real.
You a love bomber?
Yeah, like.
He said, yeah, that's
when
crazy.
I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
Okay, so you're a love bomber?
What that mean?
It means I love hard. It's like, nah, I love hard too, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just more so like you from the jump, you kind of like give it everything, and you don't really sift through to figure out if this is the person that you want to be. You just go at it head first.
Oh, no,
and then it's like you realize like, she don't fuck with you, and then you fall back.
Nah. What I'm saying is when I appreciate you, I'm gonna appreciate you always. So like, and it's like most of the time when I'm attracted to somebody, that's what will keep me around regardless. Because I dig for characteristics. I'm
gonna say attraction. That's gonna fade. Hold on.
No. I'm attracted to personalities more than fit.
Okay.
I'm shallow too.
I was about to say, so you can fall in love with an ugly bitch, but I'm shallow too.
If I met, what you mean by ugly?
I mean, different strokes for different folks. So you got your lane.
if they hygienic, we could, whatever the public perception may be, we could get past. Because that's what I'm saying, depending on how I meet you. But if you get through the barrier to meet me and you have a beautiful personality, you got a great chance with me. Because I'm more so into how someone behaves than how they look.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do think love and lust has a bit of infatuation, a bit of obsession. You know, they say you got to be crazy and dumb to be in love. And I don't know if you have to be crazy and dumb to be, well, in these days, in this economy, you do got to be a little crazy to be lusting after a bunch of people too. But I also don't feel like lust is that bad of a thing. You know, it's like,
it depends on where you are. I mean, where you are, like, are you single? Are you dating somebody? Like, I think it depends on all those things. Like, if you're single and you're mingling and you're just dating, I think you should date them all.
Yeah.
I think you should have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And that don't necessarily involve sex or
because
lusting after them.
Because I can literally sleep with one person and date 5 other people.
Yes.
But when you're in a relationship, as you should, because there's options.
Yes.
Okay?
And you need to wait.
I don't just go to Target. I go to Target, Walmart, what's the other one? TJ Maxx, Marshalls.
Yeah.
They all give me what I need. But when I find what I want and I'm now committed and I'm your girlfriend and we are dating exclusively, there's levels to it. People do not date properly.
No.
You start dating somebody like me, dummy. I'll be like, oh, I love him, day 2, and I know he be dating other people, but it's okay because I love him. That's my man, my man, my man. No. You need to be intentional about what you're doing, and you need to say, hey, do we have an understanding? Is it this? Is it that?
Yep.
Are we sleeping with other people? Okay, I just want to sleep with you. Okay, cool. We have an understanding. We don't be having understandings, and that's why there be a debacle.
Because, okay, I'm just...
Talk to me.
Men who have emotion, who are very self-sufficient, don't really care about what a woman can do. It's just like, okay, I enjoy your company, like, and I like you, so I want you around, and I want to get to know you, blah, blah, blah. But you gotta think about a man who doesn't need anything, like, they're not gonna be with a woman for, like, oh, yeah, I want you around for stability and this, like that. So that ain't, especially a man with emotion, like, that ain't happening at 25. Like, let's be real.
Right. I'm just saying, but your maturity level is like,
bruh, no.
I think, well, I don't know. You might be talking about in a different industry or something like that. But maybe. I would say I think like most guys after 25, not to say they're not fucking up, but they starting to like realize the mistakes that they're making. Though they might not be showing it or telling you that, but I'm telling you, in the back of their head, they starting to.
Ladies,
they know they bumping their head. Though.
Ladies, do y'all think men at 25?
I think
are starting to be emotionally mature.
Things are changing though.
I would say the same. I'm not gonna lie. I'm big on hygiene. Like, so when you say hygienic, I'm
like,
no, I'm the same way. I'm like, that mouth better be clean.
Yeah. Because ugly to me is if you don't brush your teeth and wash your face and you don't try to smell good. And
so can you love without lust?
No, I can't. Can you?
Yes. I feel like there are seasons, like, you know how like people say like, and that's why I think that's where the disconnect is, because I think lust is just like always wanting to be with, like, yearning up under, and it's just like a lot of it is like a sexual tension in a way, right? So I feel like with lust, it's fleeting, but love is like, it sticks and it just stays. So it's like, I can love you and, you know, I can lust you in the beginning and be like, cool, and then I end up loving you. And then, like, it may be seasons where it's like, I may not be, like, completely turned on by you all the time. Yeah, like, or I'm turned on differently. I feel like as we grow, we kind of change, like, what turns us on. So it depends on how long you're going to be with somebody and stuff like that.
What you are lustful for also speaks about a lot about who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody can show you a lot of things, but what you gravitate towards, because the girl could be a good girl. She could be like have a lot more to offer than just her body, but that's the part of you so consumed with. You know what I'm saying? So you just stuck on that, so you don't even get to unlock who the person really is, or he might be financially well off, and you so enamored with, you know, what he can do for you instead of, you know, who he is as a man and who he is as a person. So a lot of times it's just really expose who you are as a person, how you express that in a relationship. And we all been there, you know, it's not something that we all perfect at. We all had our moments, but it's like, it really be something inside of us, almost like leading back to the insecurity conversation we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, your insecurities come out and what catches your eye and what catches your attention.
Yeah.
It's like, you ever notice when you're talking to somebody, and I know men can relate to this, you be texting a girl, you get a number, you be texting her, she act like, you know, she too busy, she ain't got nothing to say. And then you say something wild like, man, you goofy as hell. Like, I don't even know why I'm hitting you up. And all of a sudden they just got mad. It's like, yo, that's what gets your eye. That's what gets your attention, not actual talking. You only respond to conflict. You know what I'm saying?
Almost like a game. Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes, you know, we be trying to break up fights that people be having with themselves. You know what I mean? You just gotta move out the way, let them figure that shit out.
It's no real conversations. We're not having the hard conversations that we need to be having, especially in the beginning. I like to get it out of the way.
Me too. I asked you about questions about your mama, your childhood, your credit score.
By week 1.
By week 1, I need to know your credit score and how much the income to debt ratio you have. Because you could be making $400,000 a year, but if you spitting out $300,000-$400,000, you're not making any money. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's cool. But what are we gonna do so that you can have another substantial income?
Yeah.
Like these are things that people don't talk about, vice versa.
What they say, when the shit hit the fan, what you gonna do and how you gonna handle it. You need to know, and we don't ask the right questions early, and we end up finding out, 6 months to a year.
So
you gonna find out.
Wait, listen, they say it takes 6 months for you to find out someone's true intentions with you.
Okay, I can believe that.
6 months, because people will put on a front for you by month 6 and 1 day.
You can't do it no more.
You can't do it no more.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity and no room for you to honestly be able to portray somebody that you're not.
And you know she meant that because the accent popped out.
Look, okay? Like, I went there for a second.
You know she meant that, yes. Like, hold on. Let me let you know.
6 months and 1 day.
Yes, they sending the representatives. Hell yes.
For sure.
I know one thing. I see a nigga with a kid, I be like, okay. Now, granted, I don't even like niggas with kids, but when I see a nigga being a dad, it be like, that's a turn on. So I'm pretty sure that if I was with, like, if I had your kid and then you were doing daddy shit with your kid, I would be like, damn.
So that's what I'm saying. So like that.
Now I want to make another one.
Like when I like somebody for something, every time they do that shit, I'm probably gonna get butterflies. Like it really be like, damn, I really fuck with you for doing.
But that's lust though. So when they stop, then what?
But they ain't gonna stop because I look in the character. You can't show me your representative.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna meet you on the first day and think, oh, is this person really behave like? No, I'm gonna watch the shit out of you.
Okay. So it takes you a while for you to be like,
it might not. I'm really good at patterns.
Okay.
You know, so and then like, you know.
But with that, but when you say I'm good with patterns, so that means that like if somebody is, you recognize a pattern in somebody, do you feel like they can't change it?
Yeah, they can, but I'm definitely gonna recognize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then does that mean that you don't love them if they are like, you know what I mean?
How can you recognize the difference between lust and love?
I think every stage at the beginning is an infatuation. It doesn't, so I don't know about you, you can tell me, but I don't have a time limit on when I fall in love with somebody. It's a feeling. It's not mental, it's a feeling. It's the way somebody makes you feel that can't eat, can't sleep, you care about their well-being. Everything is about a feeling. Mental, like your mentality and your mental is completely different about an energy you get with somebody.
Yeah, because you can know something is true, but then when you fucking with somebody, all the facts go out the window. Your rationalities, everything is out the window.
Because you be head over heels in love.
Exactly.
But
crazy
lust is
right
sexual.
I don't know if I can answer this question because I've never necessarily moved out of lust for a person, if that makes sense. Like, I haven't been like, ooh, all I want to do is fuck you. Like.
Well, maybe not. Maybe I would say like in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever like went in it like you wanted to, and then after a while you was like, all right, I really like him. Maybe from conversation over time, you might not have liked them as much, but you know what I'm saying? Over time.
But it's not lust though. It might be like, ooh, I'm going to entertain something, but it's not because of lust.
You're not going into it like I want to smash and then something comes out.
Yeah, I think again, I feel like women think more stability-wise in that sense. Like, so maybe that can be looked at. I wouldn't even consider that as lust though. But like, ooh, I'm going to entertain him because maybe of X, Y, and Z and what that brings. And then I end up liking him genuinely, but it's not ever lust with me per se.
I think when you're in a lustful relationship, lust tends to fade. Because especially if you're an individual that likes change, right? But I think love tends to stand the test of time when it's real.
Yeah.
But I think love a lot of times is a temporary thing. It's not for the long term. If that makes sense.
You said you feel like love is?
I'm sorry, lust.
Okay.
I said that wrong.
Okay.
I feel like lust is more of a temporary thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think when it becomes permanent, that's when it turns into toxic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because now you done created a psychological dependency on this person that you were just lustful for, but you just never really cut it off because of the convenience of it.
And it's also not set in a solid lust is also not set in a solid foundation.
Exactly.
It's typically like what I want now, like what I'm feeling in the moment, what I feel right now.
Yeah, it's like a high. Like,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? You be chasing the high, like, you know, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's a huge difference between that and love. Huge difference.
But I think your maturity level. What are you trying to get out of it at the end of the day? Like, I think guys know their motives from the start. And I think that things change depending on what's coming out of your mouth or what's the circumstances, and you kind of you go with the flow. I think, or not go with the flow, but you just let things happen on its own and kind of like you make a decision that way. That's how I look at it. But it's tough though, because I think in this era, like, man, I don't know. I think I'm 33, so I think I think that when I was, like I said, 25, 26, 27, like the moves that I was making it wasn't the same. Like when you start to like really want to like build a family at some point, you start to like, you don't entertain what you used to entertain pretty much. So I think that's a difference. But yeah, I do feel like between lust and love, it's about your motive.
I don't know. Do you feel like lust is anything but sexual? Because for me, lust is sexual.
I think like the initial attraction, like how when men see us, we're bad bitches, we're pretty. I believe that every man that see me and is attracted to me wants to fuck me.
Yeah.
So it's like
absolutely
off top. That's,
but also,
you know,
if you don't want to fuck me, I don't want to be with you. Because why would you not want my body? Why would you not desire
exactly,
me?
It's a double-edged sword. It's
It
like
is.
sometimes you just have to be smarter than the situation, and you have to use your discernment. Like most men are coming at you the same way. Like they only have a few different types of approaches.
Very much. But I also can sleep with somebody on day one, which I don't. I usually do day two. I can sleep with somebody on day two. Listen, and he's never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a time limit. It's just I've just been more like selective about who I'm sleeping with, what I got going on, because for my own personal, you know what I'm saying, like reasons for me.
Yeah.
I think too, like your. Never mind.
No, go.
No, go there.
Go.
I think your standards play a major role in whether, differentiating love and lust and what it is that you're looking for when you go into a situation. I think a lot of times we spoke about this on a previous episode about people presenting themselves as something different. And you might be lustful. The look of it, It looks good. Damn, you look good. But you are, she's a bird brain, or, he really doesn't have the qualities that I'm looking for in a man. But he fine though, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this down right quick.
Soul ties.
Guys
Them
are,
soul ties be fucking you up.
Yeah, and it's hard to get that up off you. You gotta have to take your baths, you gotta have to drink your tea, you gotta go to church, you gotta have to meditate, you gotta journal. Like it takes a lot, especially when you are so sexually in tune and attracted to somebody, but maybe the mental is off. Physically, you can still feel it up on you sometimes. I've been in that situation before. I was like, girl, I'm gonna lose my mind. What the fuck?
Crash out.
Yeah, and then I had to reel myself back in, Thank God for my mama.
Listen, thank God for my mama, because baby, I have crashed out before. Hey, Phoebe, you need to come get me.
Please, right now.
My dear,
send the bail money, because I'm finna go to jail. I don't know. Call the lawyer, please. Can you, I don't know I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank God for my mama. And she get it and she understands, and she always gives me grace. So even, with my homegirls, when I have children of my own one day, I'm gonna try to do the same thing, because we all human. And everybody wants love or lust at this point. And it's
everybody
that prerogative.
Wants to be loved.
How you deal with guys coming at you? How can you tell the difference from whether or not they want something serious or they're just trying to have a good time?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I mean, because a snake can like hide their skin sometimes. Like sometimes things are very obvious with what a person wants, but then comes in the consistency and like what you do, the time that is trying to be spent, stuff like that. But at the same time, a person can switch up on you at any given moment, and they might have all the best intentions in the world, and they're not that guy, and blah 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 blah. But I just feel like because I do get approached quite often, so it's just like a lot of stuff I don't even entertain because I can already tell kind of like what it is. And then by the approach, like the approach is everything for me. If you come off, hey ma, or one of my pet peeves, and maybe this is for the younger crowd, like what's your IG?
But you know what though? It's more girls that lead with that than niggas.
I hate that.
I think the niggas got it from the girls.
And maybe because I'm a girl, I don't know. I hate, what's your IG blows the hell out of me. What? They don't even ask for the number no more. They don't ask for the number no more. They be like, what's your IG? What?
Yeah. But I think that's more women than men though.
I don't think so.
No, they do that they think that's protecting themselves though.
Yeah, in a man's defense, because I noticed this with my niece. She's 22. That's what they say. Like that's what if they're asked for, like what's your name or can I get to know you, they'll say, no, I give you my IG though.
So now it's getting to the point where it's getting.
That's what they're deflecting toward too.
It's because the girls saying it, so like the guys are like not even like hitting you with a number. They just going straight to let me just get your IG because they already feel like that's what you're gonna tell me anyway. It's a defense mechanism. Like,
really?
Yeah.
That's what.
Because it's like girls doing it. Girls do it because they might not be interested in the dude, so they feel like I'll get your IG so they can do their research on you. Then they can pick and choose whether or not they want to fuck with you for real.
Honestly, whenever somebody asks me that I'm not interested in, I just always tell them straight off the rip, I'm married. And they be like, you can have a friend. No, I can't. Can't have a friend. So I always do that. They'd be like, well, just give me your IG. I don't have one. Like, that's how I always resort to it. But again, I just feel like more people ask for IGs now. I just think that's so fucking weird to me.
I think everybody wants that feeling of love. Everybody wants that feeling of like value and longing for companionship, and everybody wants that person, like, you know, that's your person, that they're gonna hold you down, like no matter what, like they care and they support you and they love you and they desire you
even when you old,
you know, even when you old. And I think a lot of times, like when you don't feel wanted by a man as a woman, that is the worst feeling.
Yes,
because in your mind you're like, well, why don't you want me? Like, why don't you see the value in me? And it sucks because we do hold value in that, but we're not meant to be alone. We're meant to share a space with another person, whether it's girl on girl, guy on guy, or guy and girl, whatever it is, whatever you float your boat. But you're meant to be with somebody else. We're not meant to live in this world alone. So I hate people say, oh, I can be alone. No, you can't. We thrive when it's more people.
Even if you can be alone, you might do a little better having your person or having your community. There is different ways to date, you know, whether you want to be poly or if you want to be not poly, or maybe it's not that many ways to date, but it is a lot of ways to date at the same time. You know, all the nuances within it. Yeah. You know,
I'm not swinging, so you can't. One train, one band, one sound.
But I try not to judge. You know, like if I don't judge, girl who is like, we don't judge. I try to understand. I'm not doing it. No,
and I swing on you.
Yeah, former crash out.
Right.
Still got it up in me.
I don't know. Like, you don't even want my number. You didn't even, but the thing is, they don't even try for the number. They're like, what's your IG? Like, that's weird.
That's scary.
And then IG, I can be a whole different bitch. Like, you know, my life could be painted perfect, but I could be a psycho serial killer, and you would just go off based off my IG. Like, that's okay. I want to meet her. Yeah.
I don't know. I think IG just starting to. Well, I don't mean to switch the subject. I just feel like IG just starting to become like dating, like everything mixed into one. Like how we meet, how we interact, how we talk to each other is purely like IG.
Yeah.
Like to have somebody's number. I mean, obviously everybody got people's numbers, but it's like it's like a rarity, like it means something, and it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But it's like at the same time though, when you're trying to approach somebody, like, even if I think you just can't be afraid to get turned down. That's what it come down to.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And people are so afraid of rejection.
How do modern dating apps and social media blur the lines between lust and love?
I can't give you modern dating apps. Are you on dating apps?
Y'all know there was a such thing as Facebook dating. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You can swipe left, swipe right.
What is? Can you explain?
So Facebook dating is
Facebook
pretty
dating.
much like Tinder or like any other
It's an
swipe.
app?
It's on Facebook.
Oh.
If you have the Facebook app, it's a button at the bottom that says Facebook dating, and it's just
It's so cringe to me. And no
can
offense to
make it.
people out there who do that.
yeah.
Have you done it? Because it
No.
sounds like you know a lot about it.
No, I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah.
You on it?
Nigel,
But-
why are you on
I'm not
that?
using it though.
Because people see me, and just like you, because we have big platforms on social media, they see me and it's like, damn, she got a fat ass. Damn, she got a body. Damn, look at them teeth. Da, da, da. And it's like, I mean, you see the material, but honestly, I am quirky. I am all the things. So once you get to meet me, it's about really learning my personality.
Exactly.
But I think people in general are physical creatures,
Yes.
right? We physically see something, we want it, we go after it.
Yes.
You talk yourself out some pussy with the way that you act.
Yes, all the
Because I
time.
immediately say, I'm going to give it to him. But the moment he says something I don't like, I'll be done with it.
That's a great question.
Yes, absolutely. I think with dating apps, the lust part is very prominent for the simple fact that a lot of times people are looking for something quick, and they are not taking the time to really get to know somebody. It's like, it's instant gratification. I don't come from the dating app era, but so speaking from friends' experiences. But it's something where you can swipe left, and the first thing that you're doing again is looking at how this person looks.
Yeah.
You have basic interest there, but there's really no depth. It's just all about look.
I'm saying if you already on the dating app, I'm talking about you, but I'm not talking about you. You setting yourself up because like it ain't really a real encounter. You gonna read this, you gonna see these pictures, you gonna see the profile, you gonna think, oh, I like this person. How you know? You know how long it took them to edit that profile?
Okay, so realistically, do you meet every person that you're interested in? You meet them in person? You've never talked to nobody offline?
Yeah, but it was not an organic, but
Well, I
it
was
was
about to say orgy. I'm about to say what?
it was more so just like commenting, and it was slick flirting. It wasn't like a direct like.
Either way, you just said they done edit this profile. They got time to think about their response while you typing it.
And I agree. That's what I'm saying.
What?
Even though I played the game, I still agree. You like it blurs the line because you going off of something that somebody literally can doctor.
Yeah.
So you gonna lust. It has to be lust because you don't know if that's.
That's true. I get it.
So I'm on like pretty much like all platforms.
So you're on Bumble and Tinder?
No, I ain't on Bumble and Tinder. I don't use it though. That's what I'm saying. I'm on it though. Like it's on my app, but it's not like.
Why
something
would you
I
do
want.
that?
I don't know. I think you were just doing it. Like I don't know.
Okay, so
I ain't have no. It's not that I'm not looking for a wife on Facebook. Period. Like.
Right.
That's not my age range.
So why are you doing that?
I don't know. It was a few years ago. It happened yesterday.
So anyway, for those of y'all don't know, Nigel is like big, okay?
Mhm.
Like this is a big boss.
I don't need to do that, but
Exactly.
I got one though.
That's my point. So he sees beautiful women every day. So I don't understand why you are on Facebook dating. Like I don't get that.
I think a lot of times too, people are on dating apps just looking to hook up. And not really be in a relationship or looking for anything that's long term, unless you know Christian mingle. But like I think most times when people are actually on using dating apps, social media, all of that, they are looking for something that's temporary, something quick, something that can get me off like this, or just something to really, or somebody to just fill the time.
I'll say this though, so I think that it depends on how people, and again, because you said like social media, you can put up a facade, so you never know who's who and who's doing what and who's genuinely themselves, right? So that's a fact. But I think like I've been getting lately, because like lately, like on my social media, I've been talking more, posting videos of me talking and just kind of giving my point of view on like certain like things like dating and stuff. and out of nowhere, it's like these men just been following me, and I'm like, oh God. But I just recently, it's so funny, on the way here, I was listening to a DM, and somebody sent me a voice message. And he was just like, you're really amazing, and you know, you have great points, and you know, you seem really balanced. I love the way you know, you speak, and I'm like, oh, okay. So, I mean, genuinely, I feel like I'm genuinely being myself. So it's like sometimes when those things happen, it's like, okay, if he showed interest, I would be like, you feel like you like what you see off of me presenting myself. But because I know I'm being genuine is one thing. But I think about even the things when it comes to like women that be like editing their pictures and stuff.
Right.
Like I done seen some people and the walls are bending, and I'm like, they didn't make the wall like that. So I know that's not your ass, or I know that's not your hip, like, or your waist, like. And I'm like, I don't know why people do that, because like I gotta see you in person anyway. Like once I see you, I'm gonna be like, bitch, you're a liar.
So is it easier for people to resort to social media and technology to talk to people and get to know people instead
But you
of
also got to think about the times we in, the things that we done been through. We went through a pandemic. When you're on a pandemic, so you on Clubhouse, you doing, it's a lot of different stuff that you doing that you wouldn't be doing if you was outside and about.
Call me old school, I just can't
But
do
yeah,
it.
I don't. But you know, Facebook for the I ain't gonna say older people, but you know, 50, 60. That's what they find.
You're on Facebook.
They're finding
and
love.
older.
They're taking it serious. Though.
But I
I'm
know
not
a lot of
taking it
people who
serious.
are doing that and finding love, which is love at the time. But I just can't see myself doing it.
So you don't see yourself like speed dating?
No.
Like ever?
No.
I
just feel like it's so.
You don't have to.
It's cringy to me. I can't do it. Like, and I know people who actually have real relationships. I just cannot do it. Like,
I know a
cannot
couple people that I
swipe.
met, but nothing too serious.
I just feel like it's just.
How old are you?
21.
Okay.
Huh?
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
You're living two different lives than the people that might be using it. You think about the person that's using it the right way. Well, I know right or wrong, but you understand, like the 30-year-old who works in tech, who's super busy, doesn't have time to go out to the club or party.
I think everybody's online dating, whether they know it or not, because a lot of people meeting off of follows, Facebook friends groups. Like, that's the same thing as online dating. Only difference is you're paying for a place where you know people are there for that.
For dating
instead of just
specifically.
jumping in a pool of just random people. You know that, okay, this person at least is open to getting to know somebody instead of just randomly. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think it's just like offline. It's just what you make it is what you're looking for, because I feel like you can have the same experience either or. Like, people promote the worst of it, like, oh, I got abducted, ended up in the trunk. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, what are you doing? Like, if you are in a situation when it's not transparent, then don't do it. Like, you know, it's transparency is everything. But I feel like people are already online dating and interacting.
Yeah, and social media, honestly, I feel like it plays a big part in the lust, because guys see you, they see what we post, they see what other women post. They're just in the world. I had somebody tell me, like, you know, being on social media is kind of like back in the day how guys had Playboy magazines. It's like they just get to scroll, they get to see what they see. I don't have no problem on it. I'm definitely posting my thirst traps. I don't give a fuck.
Me too.
But at the end of the day, I just feel like you can't let, like, even people who watch so much porn that they can't, like, function in real life. I just feel like you have to know how to separate social media from real life.
Yeah.
And that's, if you could do that, I don't give a fuck about, you know, like, if you are lusting. Even if you my man, if you seeing pretty girls on the internet, you're gonna see pretty girls on the internet.
So I said that to Nigel earlier, like, I don't care if you like girls on the internet, because I'm a girl's girl and I find women to be beautiful.
I'm liking girls on the internet.
I usually I be saying, listen,
yeah, like,
hey,
do you see this?
What? I be like, you see this right here? Like, this is fire.
Yes.
So I'm the same way too.
Not a hater, never been a hater.
Never been
you know,
a hater.
and how pretty another woman is, or, you know, even
does not take away.
Yeah, it never would, it never could. So social media, I really feel like for me in my relationships, it doesn't really play a big part, because I don't let it. I think that when you make a big deal about your man being on social media, or, you know, what they see, who they follow, it turns it into a bigger situation than what it has to be.
I agree.
We ain't doing that over here.
No. Oh my God, we're so aligned. Let me find out you're like my spirit animal.
I mean, I might be.
Love that for me.
We ain't got time.
But I have to disagree with you because I know 19, 20-year-olds who are using it, like who have met up off of
Well,
Facebook
first of all, if
dating.
I'm being honest with you, guys don't really most guys don't take dating apps seriously.
Right.
They're just trying to see if you in a 5-mile radius. Honestly.
Or it could be
To smash.
Some people could be using it for
Some
time
people.
sensitivity.
No,
You have to-
yeah.
you have to think
Time
we're in the-
sensitivity to do what?
But listen, you're in the era of technology, so the best
Like-
synopsis I have of
Like, I
it
think
is
women
social
take
media.
that more serious than men. Like women get upset when they meet somebody on Bumble and it don't work out. Niggas ain't even like they don't even care if it
That
don't
is
work. You know what I'm
true.
saying? Like
That
we
is
don't
true.
really care about.
You really think niggas ain't taking it serious?
I don't know. They're not taking no. Hell
Really?
No.
So do you,
You looking for a good time, not a long time on.
So
on
with that
Bumble
being
or
said,
shit.
he made a really good point. What's the odds of you bumping into your person in everyday life? So what's the odds of us actually really finding our person in real life, in our lifespan? What is the odds? Do we really ever find them or do we just settle? That's a good question, y'all. I'm just gonna put that out there for free.
They say, I think Kevin Samuel said something like 26% of women actually get married in their lifetime. 26% of women actually get married in their lifetime. So it's like one girl every girl group.
Wow.
Why do you share that information?
He's showing how sad it is out here.
No, I was responding to what she said.
I think that's where the difference becomes with the lust and the love situation, because it's like, I feel like social media kind of gives us the freedom to lust over any and everybody. But I think that it's about how intentional you are when it comes to your social media usage. Like for me, I feel like I look at a nigga on social media, I be seeing like the niggas that be in the gym, the niggas with the this and that, and I be like, okay, I know that's right, but I don't follow them niggas. So I need to follow you for it. Like in my head, I'm like, but you're not my type of nigga for real. Like, I mean, and granted, I'm not gonna don't get me wrong, I love gym niggas, but the niggas that I like also don't like showing off. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't like a showy ass nigga. So if you showy on Instagram, then that means you a showy ass nigga. Like
everything, you can't show working out.
You can, but it's just like I think
it's the way they present it.
Yeah, it's the way you go about it.
Agree.
But see, that's the thing, and that's where the divide comes in, because then it's like balance. Because it's like at some point in time, it's like you can be like, okay, social media is a facade, but at the same time, you also be like, I can learn a lot about a person on their social media.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. But see, you know, that's special people too, though.
What you mean?
People who really pay attention
Yeah.
in life. Because if you really into the hypes and if you always want the latest and the greatest, you probably just gonna follow trends and shit. So you're not looking to see if this person trying to deceive you online. But an individual such as yourself, the first thing you probably gonna think is this even real?
Yeah.
Do this nigga really work out every day? Or he just walking into the gym and then soon
Well,
as
he
he
just
turn
buff
the
as
camera
fuck.
on?
That's just genetics.
Yeah,
that nigga got it.
Let me ask you this: do you feel like people would find more substance in their relationships, or not lustful relationships, if they are in different social environments, meeting each other in different social environments as opposed to on social media?
Well,
Do
I
you think
think
we need to go
yeah.
back to like more of the parties and stuff instead of like kind of? I mean, people are a lot
Absolutely.
more accessible through social. I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
Absolutely, but then conversation goes somewhere else because that has to have an atmosphere that's conducive to that.
Right.
Like when I was
Agreed.
younger, the music was different. It was more, the music created the courtship. We had our gangster songs. We had all, like when I used to party early 2000s, they'd play everything and they'd play something from the 90s and they'd take it back to the 80s. And we knew all that shit and we was in our late teens.
Vibe.
We was in our late teens and 20s. We was young and knowing all the songs. So the music made you want to touch somebody and all that. This music don't do that.
No.
So you can't, it's so much social, everything
Yes.
gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the social rules is different now.
As I say, the men don't cry on the tracks no more. They don't cry and beg on the tracks.
No, these dudes crying now more than they ever was crying. No, these dudes crying.
None of that.
These dudes is crying in a whole different way. They crying more now than they ever. They crying from getting hurt. See, in the 90s, they was crying because they know they fucked up.
I could totally understand that though.
These dudes, she's a runner, she's a drug. Like, he's hurt. The 90s was crying like, he know he fucked up. Like, baby, I'm crying because you
maybe
come back.
I deserve.
These dudes ain't even getting the they just played out. They just getting their money spent.
Nigel, do you think there's a world where men can move beyond that? Like, do you think there's a world where men
I think we just gotta go back old school and just meet people in person and approach them. That's what it come back down to.
But I will interject a little bit. I do appreciate technology with helping us link with people
Right, because I wouldn't
easier.
have never met you if it wasn't social media.
That's a lie.
Oh, we would have.
That's a lie. Let's run that back, because that's a lie. Let's run that back.
You right.
Because how did we meet?
You right.
Exactly. We met in real life, in real person.
How did y'all meet?
No. We met at work.
Exactly.
On the set.
We met on set, so that was crazy,
right.
Nigel.
No, but see, I take it back. I say that wasn't the first time I saw you though. I saw you originally on social media, and then I saw you in person.
But see, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You didn't know that. Yeah.
Okay.
You right.
Okay.
Come on, dog.
I mean, it don't even be that thought prospect. For me, it just be like, again, that showboaty shit. Like, I just be like, I don't like showy ass niggas. Like, sit your ass down. That's a lady trait. That's just how I feel.
I agree. I heard a nigga say men like attention. I was like, what man?
No, I'm gonna tell you. All right, so this is a little off topic, but I'll say this. Like, Cam Newton said in the recent interview, he said, when I go to the strip club, I never went for the ladies. I went for the fellas. Like, he trying to one up the next nigga. I don't like that. I get it. Yeah, but my thing
Boy, I be defending your ass and you said that?
He said a lot of shit you need to not defend, baby. Good luck.
Not as a quarterback, because they be disrespecting my
Oh, no. He got it for sure. But sometimes I be like, oh, you got to grow up. But
Jesus
it just,
Christ.
yeah, it's like, and the thing is, he's not the only person that thinks that way or feels that way. It's plenty of people that feel like
so it's
that.
me.
Women
And
included.
my niggas. Because I heard a nigga say niggas like attention. I was perplexed. I'm like, when?
I mean, he made good music. I mean, he made real music about real relationship. Like, the music is just not good. The part, like, you can't dance to this. What can you dance to? What can you dance with a woman to?
Yeah,
outside
but
of
I mean,
Afro beats?
Nigel said it though. Like even the R&B music has turned into toxic content. It's not based in love anymore. Yeah, it's based in depression.
So with that being said, what place can you go to be this social when the soundtrack is not inviting?
Yeah,
Every era of love had a soundtrack. What's the soundtrack for this shit?
In saying that, I guess the online would be the safe space then.
Bingo. So that's what I'm saying. We brought her all the way back where
You said no?
that's what
we are. What you said earlier, off camera. People think that the only place you can meet somebody
Is on social media
or at a party. What about if you like to go painting? Go to a painting sip by yourself. It's gonna be another single motherfucker
absolutely.
there. Yeah. You find different. Walk in the park if you like to work out, and maybe you'll see somebody every week that's working out.
I agree.
Change it up.
But I will say technology has helped us build relationships that wouldn't once have been built because of technology, right? It's easier to link with people. So like, that 6 degrees of separation is now narrowed down to maybe 1 or 2. Or if I don't know somebody, you can help me get in touch with somebody or something like that. But at the same time, again, it's still kind of impersonal and fake because again, we can be whoever we want to be on social media.
Yeah.
So
I like they sitting in person anyway, man, because you can't really hide that shit, fake that shit in front of me. Like, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree, but you get to see you get to see somebody's, reactions, and it's just better off for it to be that way.
And just like the person in general, because like I'm telling you, when I first moved to Atlanta, there were people that I was like, ooh, I want to like see, and I thought they was the most beautiful thing walking. I saw them, I'm like,
their attitude changed everything.
no, it's just the look itself. I said, oh, I was cat the fuck fish. Like I couldn't believe it. Like wow, baby. And I'm what? I was shocked. I know y'all be feeling like that as men for real, cause.
Nah, yeah. See, when I'm on Instagram, I kind of look for the more natural pictures
Oh,
on Instagram.
you're a different type of man.
Yeah, I think that's how you kind of like, cause I mean everybody can look good on Instagram, obviously, and for women, y'all gonna put y'all best out there, which is fine. But if I really like you, I'm kind of surfing through.
You looking for a stank breath, wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Look
I
for
love
those.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, even for women, like men feel that way about women too. Like that's why you half naked online. That's why you doing the shit you doing, cause you want attention. But for me, that feels like when it comes to women, it feels like, what do they say? They say like fatherless child syndrome or some shit like that, right?
Women do love to hear. Even you might not want to hear 1,000 niggas say you pretty. You want to hear your nigga say.
For sure, but that's
attention.
one
no
person.
Man wants that.
No
It's
man wants what?
appreciated to hear.
Nah, niggas do want to hear that.
What niggas?
Plenty of niggas want to. You don't want to.
It's nice to hear my lady
Let me tell
appreciate
you
me. I
something.
don't need
It's literally
that.
like a social media page dedicated to like this lady going around and she'll record and she'll be like, you need to. She'll be like, smile, king. You got a beautiful smile. You so handsome. And the niggas be like,
yeah, because niggas
smile like a treasure cat. Cause niggas love attention.
That's appreciation. That don't mean you want it. I can go a whole relationship without you ever telling me I love you.
No, you can't.
I promise you.
No, you
I
can't.
look good. I'd rather you hear me say thank you for changing that tire. On my mom.
Just because you rather it doesn't mean that you don't want it all. Like, and that's just most people. Like,
I appreciate it. I do.
So if your woman never told you you look nice, you wouldn't care.
No.
Like if you got dressed up and y'all was going out and you spiffy and she'd be like, baby, you look good.
First and foremost, I put that shit on, so she gonna have to say it. Secondly,
She gonna have to say it, but if she don't, if she just act like you regular, I don't give a fuck.
no, but because first and foremost, a lot of niggas can't dress. I'm one of them niggas that can do it. So you're gonna have to say.
He like toot, bitch.
I'm being real. I do that.
This the thing though, but this what messed those that, and I agree. You should do that because I feel like no matter what, I'm gonna still talk to people in real life and online. Like people is people.
Yeah.
But a lot of times men don't feel as comfortable to just talk to you randomly like that because of how just things is on another level. I know people try to dismiss that, but men really feel like that.
Do you mean in a sense of like a woman feeling like the man shouldn't say anything to her or becoming like aggressive if a man approaches her?
Just really like standoffish or like I'm not here for that. Like a lot of times you hear that, like I'm here to shop. So men don't feel as comfortable to just talk to a woman unless they know for sure because of NDA energy out here. They need to know that I'm going to a place where I know they're coming to engage in a relationship. Because unfortunately society is so weird that people don't feel comfortable in reality anymore. They feel more comfortable in society because people are really weird as hell in real life. Let's keep it a buck.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about sex and lust. So touch on in what ways can understanding love lead to a healthier relationship choice.
It's too much facades. Like get past. It's cool. I'm not saying don't be shallow. It's cool to think your partner cute, but if that's what you relying on for your relationship to last, that shit dead from the jump. Like
and that's not the cuteness ain't what's gonna raise your kids.
Damn sure ain't.
Okay, you can be the baddest.
You gotta be fine as a bitch, but cause it might. I ain't gonna lie. Pretty people do get perks, so.
I mean, for sure, but that don't raise your kids though, cause your kids can come out looking like you, and then they not cute like the mama. That did not come out right.
Nah. We tripping in general, and I'm loving it. But that was it's definitely vulnerability and just like just being yourself. Like you saying, crying in front of, like holding back your tears because you a man is some crazy shit, especially if you somebody who supposedly got your back.
Right. And then I would say even situations where it's like I think scheduling things like actually creating like plans together and having like a role for you, something for you to do, something for me to do, and like holding each other accountable. I think that puts people in a space where it's like I can check you, you can check me, and we can make sure that we're growing together.
She good. She is good. Nah, y'all better sign up because she gonna get y'all.
Thank you. Tell them because I got you. I mean, if your relationship is struggling right now, Give me a ring a ting ting. I can help you. We're gonna determine whether y'all belong together or apart. But either way, we're gonna do it amicably.
It's being selfless, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and not looking. You're just looking for more from a person. You know what I'm saying? It's like you trying to connect with them on another level early. It's not vain. It's not superficial. It's not sexual. You just feel comfortable just being around them and just talking to them.
Communication helps. Like
consistency.
Talking, yeah.
I say consistent. So communication. Keep going.
Communication, consistency. But then I'm thinking, don't lose the lust.
You need the lust.
You need the
because
lust.
looks fade in time. So it's like I still want to be able to desire you over the years. If we want this love to last a lifetime, if we want to be like those couples who've been together for 20, 30, 40 years, you can't lose that. It takes work.
It takes a lot of work.
But I still want to want you. I still want to desire you.
I don't know. I just feel like we don't have a problem with lust. Like I think some people have taken that word and given it a bad definition. But I think you have to have a balance. Like, you want your man to be on you. Like you said earlier, what you say? The lion or
I want to be. Listen, I said this earlier while we were offline. I said I want my man to be the lion and I want to be the zebra and I want him to hunt me because men are natural hunters.
Yes.
And if I want you to hunt me.
Yes.
I want you to see me. I'm naked and I'm standing there and you're looking at me like there is nothing else on this God's green earth that I want but
exactly.
you.
So
there's nothing wrong with that.
We want couples to have balance. We want you to have 50%, well, maybe a little bit more than 50% love.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to have a balance. I feel like if you're in a relationship and all you have is love, you can get far, but you still are going to need the other things. I know people that are deeply in love, but they're not physically attracted to each other. They're not having
and that's why somebody's
healthy
always cheating.
Sex. Exactly.
60% of a relationship is the sexual intimacy part.
It's important.
Half sex, half intimacy. The other 40 is finances and alignment.
Yeah.
If you have those, you're going to be good.
Yeah, you could withstand all of the issues. You have
Do you
a bad
know that
day,
most men masturbate every day? They got to just to make sure that they get it up off them.
Yeah.
And I get it.
So a part of loving is lusting.
Is lusting. So if you're not sleeping with your man, he's probably sleeping with someone else.
And I don't want that.
I don't want that. So I will do what I got to do.
And I don't want to have to sleep with nobody else.
Me either.
I want to be satisfied at home. I want to be able to know, like, girl, I'm going home. I'll be at
right.
take care of
girl,
me.
I gotta go. Yeah. We're done with this dinner. Get the check.
He's actually outside. I'm so sorry. Y'all thought I was going to the club. I'm not. But I love you guys.
Yeah. I'm very much so my man.
You want to have that energy. And I've been in relationships where it wasn't like that because it wasn't enough lust. It wasn't enough natural attraction. They say, you know, even if you spend enough time with people, you could love them.
Yeah.
Even if it's not romantic.
You can learn to love them.
Exactly.
Because love, there's a difference between being in love and there's a difference between love. So it naturally,
Yeah.
No,
and also understanding that in love, things are not always going to be perfect. Right?
Yeah, you accept them for what they
are. Like I said, sometimes you can love somebody and that lust is gone. Like, you know, my husband may not be as attracted to me sometimes when, you know, if I'm sick or whatever the case. But being able to push through that and understanding that it's about growth together.
Exactly.
How are we going to be able to grow past those moments where I don't really like you too much?
Yeah, because you're my friend, because you built a friendship.
Right.
Because when it's not just intimate, you got the friendship to fall back on. It's like, this is my friend regardless of what we're going through on a relationship intimacy level.
We still laugh
this is
and
still
make
my
jokes.
friend.
I still care about you.
Yeah, I don't want you to be hurt too long because like you're my friend. I don't want it to go too beyond like when we get nasty with each other. You know what I'm saying? You still want to, that friendship keep you together, make you want to understand because they have a stronger value in your life outside of the bedroom and the bank. You know what I'm saying? Like you really care about them.
Ooh, girl, did you know I was a couples counselor?
Really?
No, I'm not, but I aim to be, actually.
Okay.
Okay, speaking into existence, you are a couples
Did you know I was a
counselor.
couples counselor?
You said it already. Let's go.
Strategies, I would say, like we discussed, like vulnerability. It's the no judgment space. So if you can be in a relationship with a person that does not judge you, you'll feel the freedom to be honest, and not just honest, but transparent. So I think a lot of times, in a lot of relationships, people hold back certain information in scenarios and situations because it's like, I'll tell you the truth. Like, whatever you ask me, I'll tell you. But what you don't ask, I won't say.
Right.
But when you feel safe and secure, and like you can be vulnerable or you can say something. If I could tell you that I did something embarrassing and you don't look at me crazy, that's a different type of. So I think like a great strategy to use would be to like do maybe an activity where you having like communication where it's like telling like some of your most embarrassing stories, or like somewhere where you're able to like share like your raw parts, stuff that makes you sad. Like being able to cry in front of your partner makes a huge difference. I think we miss that a lot. A lot of people don't feel like they can. Women, we gonna cry. But men don't necessarily feel like they can cry in front of their partners a lot of times. So if you can create a space where a man can cry in front of his woman, it's going to create a different level of safety for her and for him. I think that's a good strategy.
This girl good. She good.
I told you, I'm a Cub Scout.
You are.
Yeah.
Shit, I ain't even in no relationship, but I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
See, the conversation's so good, y'all don't answer the next question. I mean, if y'all want to add to it, no, y'all really did though. How can individuals cultivate a deeper connection that moves beyond physical attraction?
That's a good question. Learning together. You know what I'm saying? Being open to challenging what we both think we know about everything. And seeing how those conversations could take us to places of learning more about each other and get into a place where we see things at a higher level and change how we value not only ourselves, but the world around us and create a new world within our world. You know what I'm saying?
And doing other things outside of sex, outside of the house.
Absolutely.
Let's being spontaneous, going on adventures. Let's go on a hike. Let's, because doing things like that, you spark more conversation. It creates connection between the two of you that is outside of the physical. So I think really just trying to step out of your comfort zone with your partner and create experiences together can help you to really just connect and mesh and love each other on a deeper level.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great answer.
Come on, bud.
So what can you do to help build a foundation of love instead of physical desire? Like help people with that?
I mean, they ain't gonna never. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna ever stop for guys. I mean, we are looking at what looks good, but I do think as you get older, you have to start realizing that everything that looks good is not good for you. So you kind of realize what's important to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is family important to you? And then you start to really, I think as you get older, looks kind of really go out the door a little bit for guys more, honestly. I think you start to like really, you'll be like, all right, I'll take a 7 if she's a good mother and she take care of home and we got a chemistry. I'll take that for somebody who may be a 10 but ain't really willing to put themselves out there.
True.
So that's why I think that's what it comes out for guys. I don't know about women. I think women, like you said, they always not 100% looking for look. They looking for more stability. But I don't know. You tell me.
I agree with you.
You know?
Yeah, like I 100% agree with you. We're definitely looking for stability. But I can't speak for every woman because women are different too. Like, I just think it depends on the human, what that human has been through and what they want out of life at that time in their life. Because everybody wants different things. Your sense of stability might be different from mine. And, some people are good with polygamy or some people want monogamy. And, different things for different strokes for different folks.
Right.
So it just depends. I guess we'll figure it out as we go along. I hope one day we'll figure out the answers. Maybe we can come back 5 years later and see where we're at.
Right.
We'll see how you are on Facebook dating app.
All right. Yeah, okay.
We'll see how I am with genuine in-person connections. Let's see who won.
No, you probably gonna
Not
win
about winning, but let's see what worked for each one.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think, like what she said, like experiences, and like I said, like learning together, like those are two that I believe, And experiences is learning, and learning is an experience.
Yeah.
So I think they go hand in hand, being open-minded
Definitely being open-minded, for sure, and being able to communicate properly. That friendship is important.
But from there, though, how can individuals cultivate a deeper connection that moves beyond physical attraction?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
He looked right at me like, answer.
I want to hear your
For me, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's so many ways that you can like do that. Like, I love doing shit where it's just like I'm not gonna live with you because it's gonna be awkward. But you just like staring into people's eyes. You know what I mean?
You do that?
I do.
Okay.
Like somebody that I like, or I kind of want to like get to know. I want to like at some point just like look them in the eyes and just be like, and because sometimes it feels like, when you looking at me, it feels like you're burying yourself because it's awkward. It can be awkward, right? So it's like in this awkward space, I'm being open and willing to keep staring at you, even though I feel like looking away, even though I feel like laughing, and then we might laugh because then it's like intimacy. Laughing sometimes is intimate for me too. But I think just also just talking about any and everything. Like, I'm one of them people that feel like I will and can talk about any and everything. I don't care what it is, because we listen and we don't judge.
Being open to getting to know each other. Both of y'all gotta be open to it. It can't be one-sided.
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing, and that comes down, I guess, finding your person, or finding somebody that you are willing to put yourself out there for. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of times at the beginning it be kind of hard because you're trying to weed through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like it's so hard to build genuine relationships with people nowadays because it's like people are so guarded and protected, especially like, again, you are very heavy in your career and what you have going on. And like, people who do have something to lose are very guarded at first. So like going past those layers and actually getting down to the bottom of who that person is genuinely, typically, hardly, rarely ever happens. So it's like, do those relationships or bonds ever really form?
Yeah, I think it can form. I think, like I said, it's hard, like y'all interactions where y'all meet. I think where y'all meet is important because it can kind of make things a little bit more easier to relate.
Yes and no.
Why you say that? Why you say no?
Because, okay, for instance, I met you at work, not online.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Like, we know what each other has going on.
Right.
But at the same time, let's say for instance, you have a trauma experience that you haven't let go of and you're just afraid to open up to people.
Right.
I can still be the most genuine soul to you, but you still keep yourself guarded from me. Even though you know who I am, you know how we met, I've opened up to you, but you still keep yourself guarded. Like, those things really do take time, and some people don't even make it to that.
Time to be able to, you're right.
Yeah.
I think, things have their time, but I mean, there's other things that's not working out. That's making us not get to that point.
Not necessarily. You could just be so jaded.
So guarded that
nah, fuck it, because it's too good to be true. Like, why are you different? Like, a lot of people go through that, and it's real.
In what ways can understanding the difference between lust and love lead to healthier relationship choices?
I think you would. You want to go?
No, go ahead.
I think you will put your partner in position to expose their real motive. It's like, okay, if you really not about sex, if that's not really a big thing to you, then we're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna be intimate, but without intercourse, because that can happen. You know what I'm saying? So you just keep putting yourself in positions where all you have is really conversation and camaraderie, and fall in love with that, and see how long that can last. And, if they feel like they can't take it no more, you just put people in position to see if they can deal with you under the circumstance where it's not transactional. It could be economic as far as the woman's perspective, and it could be sexual from the man's perspective. How much can we experience each other without those two things being an option? That's when you know you really got somebody you like.
Meaning sex. You don't have to have
for the man
sex
perspective, and for the woman, he ain't got to be
enjoy.
spending this and doing all that. Can you are you comfortable just being around him? And are you comfortable being around her without, have to be a sexual exchange?
Yeah,
You know?
I definitely think that's important for sure.
Being open like that, to me, that's intimate.
I agree with you. Vulnerability is what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. Women don't like to stare in the eyes though, at least from my experience. So this hearing you say that is like crazy to me.
Really? I love that.
Yeah, I'm creepy like that.
No, I'm creepy like why would you stare like
I'm joking.
No wonder they don't want to stare in your eyes.
Nah,
You
I've been
look like you
called
about to kill
creepy.
'em.
That's why I say that. Cause they be
No.
like, why you always trying to look me in my eyes? And I'm like, where am I supposed to look?
So you do know, so they got this trick now where they like, where people like, instead of looking in your eyes, they look at your nose. Cause see, look at me. If I'm does it look like I'm looking at your eyes?
Yeah.
I'm looking directly at your nose.
Okay. So you should teach that. She need to write a book.
I really should write a
That
book,
can
but
help.
I
Eye
just don't have the
contact
patience.
is very
It is.
essential
It is.
in any relationship. I don't give a fuck if it's romantic or not.
Business too. Like I tell people all the time, but my thing is, I think sometimes people feel intimidated by it. And it's a fear in it.
But if me and you dating and you can't look me in the eye, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of awkward. Cause it's like, damn,
Nah,
what,
for sure.
what you trying to hide from me is what I feel.
Not only that, I feel like as a woman, I feel like men are entering us. So I feel like you need to give me some vulnerability too, goddammit. Yeah, I want to look in your eyes. So I want all of that. Give me your soul.
Talking about that's why you always keep the bed.
That's crazy.
Nah, I let him look me in my eyes.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't got nothing to hide.
I think, I don't want to sit there and say this, but I'm kind of got to grow up though.
True, and that's the truth too.
Yeah, you got to grow up.
You gotta be unafraid to be quote unquote hurt. Like, and that's the world that we live in now. So many people are afraid of rejection. That's why we get the IGs instead of the numbers. That's why we don't shoot real shots. That's why we don't put ourselves out there. Like you do it half-assedly, if I could say that. Like, you know, like just do enough, but not too much because I don't want to get hurt or I don't want to get my feelings involved. You get what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we all get caught in that. I think that happens with maturity. Going in it with the right intentions kind of make you, it feels better, you know what I'm saying? Even if it don't work out. But I definitely feel like the opening up part, like it comes down to, I don't know, I think the chemistry, first of all, like it got to be there. And I feel like we can kind of tell through the little subtle conversations that we have at the beginning and kind of just go off of that and see where it goes.
I love it.
Like that.
Taking your time when you meet someone before getting to that place. I think it's so easy to meet someone and then just because you're attracted to them or there's a lot of sexual chemistry when you first meet someone that it's easy to just jump into having sex with someone too soon, which is going to blur the lines. You know, it's gonna kind of jade you a little bit when it comes to that specific person. And then you end up heartbroken or upset when it doesn't work later on down the line when you really get to know somebody. So just really taking the time to slow down and think about your previous situations. I think going back to previous experiences is always going to be a teacher for someone if you're smart enough to say, okay, or you can be self-accountable and say, okay, this is what I did the last time. I jumped into this way too quick just because he was mine. Or just because that first night he was saying things to me that in the moment sounded great. Yeah. And then later on you get to spend time with this person and you realize that's not even who the person really was. So taking your time when you meet someone and not rushing.
Yeah, I agree with her.
To get down.
Yeah, that's true.
What are the potential consequences of mistaking lust for love in a committed relationship?
A lot of bodies. Oh, in a committed relationship? Getting played?
Yeah.
I think it's like if you think that your man loves you, but he's really just lusting after you all the time, or like confusing sex with love. Cause it's
then how are we in a committed relationship if you don't love me? Cause you're gonna love me by month 3.
Yeah, but a lot of these women out here don't understand the game that they playing. They ain't picked up their controller. So I'm weak. By month 4, they are living pussy, 50% bills.
50% sounds crazy, but okay, fair.
Baby,
I'm not.
I'm telling you what I know.
50-50 with nobody.
I'm telling you what I know, what I read.
It's very much so giving, I pay the utilities and I cook and I buy groceries.
Yeah.
I'm not
And buying groceries is a bill itself.
It is, and that's cool with me. And I don't mind that because I feel like as a woman,
you're gonna contribute.
you should contribute.
And you should
But if I'm
work.
150-50, we friends.
Yeah.
We're not together.
And
hey, homie.
Yeah, no. I don't have time for it because most men is not cooking and cleaning how they need to be anyway.
Listen,
so it's like, baby,
I said this
what
on
you need to
my
pay
own
for.
podcast, and I said if I'm cleaning and I'm cooking and I'm fucking and I'm sucking, that is a job. The men, the sassy ones, because you got to give it up for the sassy ones, they went crazy.
What is they, the Red Bill Poo Hill?
Oh
they out the matrix, but are they?
They went crazy, and I'm like, I'm not wrong in what I'm saying. It is a job, and if I'm holding down this part, you need to hold on what you hold on, and then together we make a home.
Yeah, but the people who don't understand that are women who have never lived with a man, and men who don't understand what women do every day.
Absolutely.
Like, you have to pay bills and rent once a month. I am cooking and cleaning and taking care
Every
of
day.
something.
Every day.
Every
the house
day.
is dirty every day.
Grocery
The
store
bathroom
every 3 days.
Because you're
Sweeping,
hungry.
mopping,
you want snacks.
folding clothes.
And I'm still doing whatever little job that I'm doing.
Because I still gotta make money.
I still gotta make
Because
money.
I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. I make my own money. I plant my own seeds. And I still gotta cook and clean. So that's the type of women that they say that they want. And I think you just have to be prepared for it.
Right.
And confusing lust with love in a committed relationship is going to get you played.
Every time.
Every time. They're going to play in your face.
It's manipulation.
Yes. And sometimes women put ourselves in that.
Because we don't want to be alone.
Yeah, desperation. That's the number one drug.
Yeah.
And you get you in the wrong relationship. But if you use, your learning lessons moving forward, I feel like you good.
Yeah.
So somebody might argue with you and say it requires a certain level of lust to maintain a long-term relationship with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be attracted to you. Like, help them understand that lust is temporary.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you a little. I see where someone could say that, right? Because of course you want to be attracted to the person that you're with. Like, your initial, usually the initial thing. Okay, damn, he's fine, right? Or she's fine. But going back to what you said, digging into who that person is what's the most important. Because when you love somebody, when you get to know somebody and you fall in love with them, the lustful part is not, honestly, in a marriage, you may not be lustful over your partner all the time. But the love is what's gonna sustain you.
True. But what you do need is passion and desire, though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could love somebody, but once the desire is gone, then it becomes monotonous and it becomes
boring.
Like a formality as a fixture in your life. This is my wife, this is my husband, this is our house, these are our kids.
And they're just things.
It's just, you just have if I don't want you, this shit not gonna work.
Right.
And I think people downplay that, like, that's a real thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's only a real thing if you value that, but people they value what you can do for each other, but that runs out if you don't desire the person. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of times you'll see people meet a person that has more than somebody else, but they end up with somebody who don't have none of that. Yeah. Because they're desirable. And to be desirable is not necessarily how you look, it's who you are.
As a person.
You know what I'm saying? And if you're not, and a lot of us, we don't have that prerequisite before we even get into the relationship. Like, I have a lot of lady friends, and they be asking me questions like, well, I didn't know this. I didn't know he wasn't gonna be this. He seemed like we was gonna be all right. They'll be together for, a few years or whatever. Yeah. Then they break it off and they're like, well, he wasn't like this in the beginning. They'll say he wasn't like this, or I thought he could become something later. It's like, it's certain clues you gotta look for in a man's life. If you want him to have some emotional depth, what's the prerequisite for establishing that in the beginning? Mm-hmm. Just hanging out, he's cool, we go out, we eat, we take pictures or whatever. I think I can do this with him a little bit. We get intimate, and then you think you have a relationship. You don't know what he thinks socially, you don't know what he thinks spiritually. When you don't know somebody, the slightest little misagreement could happen. The whole shit flip. It's like, I ain't know you felt. I know you ain't know because you was not interested in my mind.
You weren't interested in who I am and what I need out of a relationship. I also think like lust fades, like looks fade. Personalities change, people grow in relationships. And so basing anything off of lust is not necessarily the smartest thing because baby, looks fade eventually.
Looks fade, you know what I'm saying? Looks fade. That's the fact.
Relationship.
So for me, I think it's that desire, and I can only speak for myself, and you can tell me if you agree, but I think it's the desire. Like, I think it's the wanting, the dates, the lingerie, the talking dirty. Like, y'all be nasty with your person.
Say
crazy
shit.
I will say the craziest
You gotta
things.
catch them off guard, keep them on
Listen,
their toes.
every time.
It works.
Listen, get $100 out of the ATM and throw some ones at your girl, have her dance for you like she in Magic City.
Yeah.
It has to be fun. Go on Amazon, go on there and get fun
Them little
dating games.
yes,
Get
the
there,
scratch
and
off
then,
game.
and there's this game you can get it. It's called Substance.
Okay.
And ask questions, because the thing about it is when you date people, a lot of shit you do in a relationship, especially if it's not long distance, is very surface level.
Okay.
When you're in a long distance relationship, it's beyond surface level because you have no choice but to talk.
Dig deep, yeah.
But when someone lives here, you really don't have to do no talking.
Yeah.
And y'all see each other 2 to 3 times, you text, whatever, you know you're gonna see that person, you're gonna enjoy the moment, but you're
And you
not
get
really
comfortable.
You get very comfortable. So it's like, be nasty, be all the things, figure out what his sexual fantasies are, figure out what yours are, and lean into that.
Yeah.
If you like me, you gonna lust while you love. But if you not like me, don't lust more than you love. Get to know somebody and love on them, man. Don't just be lusting over what they can do for you. And that's all I got for you.
I'll just say about just going in it genuinely. Obviously, as a guy, you're gonna be talking to somebody attractive. You kind of gotta look past that and kind of see what her inside's looking like, bro.
Oh, really?
Y'all know what I mean. I'm talking about her heart, y'all. You gotta see what her heart looking like, bro.
Go deep is crazy. Okay.
But
right. See
for
what
real
them
though.
insides, what them insides looking like.
You gotta see what inside looking like for real though, man. See if she a good person or not, for real though. And you can kind of tell through her conversation how she carry herself, and if y'all align, I feel like you would look for more love than lust. But if you don't really care about the relationship, you definitely gonna leave with lust. And you can tell by how I approach you too. I think so.
Okay, internet.
What you think? Talk to the people.
How do you approach a girl that you want to build love with? I want to know. What's the game? Tell me, what's the game?
What you mean?
You want love, not lust.
You definitely want love, not lust. Lust is cool if you're just looking for something for something short term. But you got to understand that that's what it is. You have to be mature enough to understand that this is just a lustful situation.
I think you should go after friendship
first,
because nature will always take its course.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? If you build the friendship, you already got, you know the person. Man, you know what I mean? You already got the sexual chemistry with your mate, whatever. Mm-hmm. That's naturally just gonna happen, but get to know that person first. So I feel like friendship is the thing we need to pursue. Like, become a friend of that person. Be fond of them. We don't be liking these people. We just be attracted to them.
Yeah.
You don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
And that's never gonna last, especially when you start talking about marriage.
Exactly.
Especially when you start talking about marriage.
Hell no.
And be open and honest. I think like to have that good balance, you just have to be honest about what you want and what you like. Mm-hmm. You know, especially if you want longevity. A lot of times with women, I know I hear this from my friends, we as a whole are sometimes not as honest about what we want in the bedroom and what makes us feel sexy and like a woman for real.
Right.
We're not always honest about that. So I think that would help from the women's standpoint. The man's standpoint, you have to make your woman feel so goddamn fine, like Beyonce said.
Listen.
Every day, or even when she looking crazy, she think you lying, still big up
You gotta
your
be
woman.
like, damn, you fine.
Yes, because that's gonna get your dick sucked.
What? Every time.
Yeah.
Deep throat.
Yeah.
Swallowed.
Ugly face.
Swallowed up.
So,
in the word of TJ.
yes.
I'm weak. Yeah.
For real. So I think just open communication and just finding that passion when you do lose it. Sometimes also too, not being so up under each other. I know it kind of might sound weird, but I do feel like absence makes the heart grow fonder, the dick grow stronger. Because when I ain't seen you in a while, it's time to get it popping.
Yeah.
You know, and
consistency though.
Definitely.
Don't introduce somebody to something that you can't maintain.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're calling or texting your person every day like clockwork at a certain time, maintain that. It may seem like it's monotony, but it's not. It gives them a sense of like consistency.
Definitely.
And consistency will open the legs every single time.
That is very true. You know, and then a little date night.
A little spending some coins.
A lot of spending some coins.
A lot of spending some coins.
Okay.
Buy her something that you know that she needs, not what she wants.
That monthly snack bag, you know,
yes,
when we feeling,
women the same thing.
Yeah. So, just camaraderie, love, communication.
Camaraderie, love. That's a big
all
one.
the things.
All the things. Everything.
Amen. I would say my advice would be, it's not wrong to do either. I think that it's safe. They're both natural and it's okay. I think that you just have to be honest with yourself and with your person, whoever you're dealing with. So that way it's handled in a proper way and it's not in a toxic way. I think the toxicity comes when we're dishonest. And I think we also need to take time to sit with ourselves and don't move too quickly to say that it's love when you're not sure. Because a lot of times we'll be lusting and be like, oh, I love them. And it's really like, you don't. You really don't.
Listen to her.
So be patient. So yeah, be patient, be honest with yourself and your person. And it's okay to do either. It's okay to lust, it's okay to love. As long as you're being honest and real with who you lusting and loving on, you be all right.
How do you approach a girl that you just have lust for?
What you mean?
What does that look like?
Was that a weird question?
No, you talking to a light-skinned Notch, baby. He ain't doing too much now. She know what it is if it's their conversation.
Okay. Them eyes, he be like, hey baby, what's up?
He'll be lazy.
Look, he be like,
what was I gonna say? Yep, I'm losing my finna
It would
say.
just be lazy energy.
But you're right though. Bottom line is focus on being friends first.
Absolutely.
And building that friendship.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Can you start a class and teach these no good niggas nowadays how to
Hey,
think like
Philosophical Radio, you know what I'm saying, to YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Philosophical, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that know me call me Illa though. Like, it's funny that people call me that now, because that wasn't never my name. It's like, that was just my Instagram handle that I made, because I thought it was clever.
And now
That's
they
just an
just call you
Instagram
by your
title, so people be
Instagram
thinking
name.
like, that's me. So it'd be funny to hear it, but that's what they, so I ain't gonna go against the flow. That's what they say, so that's cool. But you can call me Illa for short. But that's the name of the branding. But you just call me Illa, man.
it would be different.
You're right. I think guys, all guys do come with it. Cause we are, like we said, we looking at the physical, you know what I'm saying, what's up, and then we kind of see what you talking about later. So you're right. I agree with you on that. You're right about that.
Come.
What would be? You gotta give me your talk to the audience. Give us some advice on lust, not love, or finding love, not lust.
I can't.
What you mean? You can't get no advice?
I can't. I'm not here to give advice.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I'm still trying to figure it out. But again, I don't approach things with lust.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a big lover girl. I hate it for me.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm in a point where I'm just trying to like not be so open. Like, so now I need to be the one to say I'm not being open to people because people take advantage of your kindness. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that because you're still gonna be blessed. Don't change who you are. But at the same time, it's just like I don't want to be so nice. If that makes sense. But because I never really approach things with lust, but again, I feel like that's a woman thing. Like, it's just like, okay, well, let me get to know this person. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. But no, you show me who you are.
What's the word that you want to be saying now? Y'all trying to be more demure.
No, I don't think that. Yeah. But it's like when you see the red flags, run. Like, run with them red flags. Like, he might be cute, he might do this, but run with them red flags, baby. Like, he showed you who you were. Like, he showed you who you are. Like, so that's where I'm at with it. I don't see the lust versus love thing. But there might be women who are lustful, and that's okay if that's what you want to do. Yeah. I mean, women love the same type of things that men love. It's just it's different because we still have emotional attachment behind that situation. Yeah. Oh, I know it's right. 1942. Hey boo, what's that? Hey.
Hey, that's the word. She good. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you want to make it relationshiply wise, I don't know if relationshiply is a word.
Relationshiply.
But if you want to make it relationshiply wise, get with her, man, cause she.
I know I understand. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Nino, man, we ain't live no more. I gotta go.
With somebody, it's a feeling. It's not mental, it's a feeling. It's the way somebody makes you feel that can't eat, can't sleep.
I'll just say about just going into the gym with it. Obviously, as a guy, you're gonna be talking to somebody attractive. You kind of gotta look past that and kind of see what her inside is looking like.
Oh, really?
Y'all know what I mean. I'm talking about her heart, y'all. You gotta see what her heart looking like, bro.
Go deep is crazy. Okay.
True. But what you do need is passion and desire, though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can love somebody, but once the desire is going, then it becomes monotonous and it becomes
boring.
Like a formality as a fixture in your life.
Shout out to my boy Jeter. That's what we drinking on, Jeter Readers. Make sure y'all get y'all some Jeter Readers, man. Hit my boy up. For real.